So these are the key things that you'll notice if the press-on nail that you're wearing is too big. First, it just pops off prematurely, especially when you're using your hands for mundane or really light load tasks. So when you're applying your nails, if you feel the press-on overlapping onto the skin of your finger, either on one or both sides during application, and you're applying a little bit of pressure, then it's too big. Another but subtle sign is when you are looking at your hands after you apply your nails and they just look off. So they'll either just look off or weird, kind of costumey or kind of goofy, then it's most likely that the press-on nails are too big. And this can either be with just one or all of your fingers. Or it could also be that you're not wearing a press-on nail shape that naturally complements your hand and fingernail shape. Another sign that your press-on nails are too big is if you find that you're using quite a lot of liquid glue just to keep them on. This is most likely due to the significant gap between your natural nail and the press-on, because the press-on is a little bit too big for you. So what happens is you end up using a lot more liquid glue just to fill that gap and get proper adhesion. Another sign that's a little bit more subtle and a little bit more nuanced is if you find that you are filing the base of the press-on nail to match the curvature of your cuticle. While this is another step to actually make your press-ons look more natural and fit your fingernails better, and if you're only doing this for 1, 2, or maybe 3 press-on nails, then that's fine. But if you're having to do this for all 10 of your fingernails, then you're probably wearing a size that's too big. Okay, so now what do you do? How do you fix this? So the great thing is, because the press-on nail is already slightly bigger, you can always just file it down to size. All you need is a nail file and just carefully file away the edges of the press-on nail to match your fingernail size. Do this from the bottom of the press-on nail and make sure that you do this equally on both sides, just so that you're filing the press-on nail evenly. And always check between filing. You can always file it down, but once you file it away, then that's it. You can't add material back on. So do this carefully, do this gently, and do this slowly, and keep checking in between filing just to be safe. And that's it. Okay, bye.